how do you see the importance of Basira city, Lisa, and how much it was preserved, and how much that site has an importance, and the richness of the heritage of Swat or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa?
So, of course, it's also my favorite site.
Okay.
Mine too. We all agreed.
And Barikot is important for many reasons. And first of all, we have is one of the few sites that is mentioned in text. So it's also one of the few sites for which we know the original name, because it was mentioned in classical sources, so very early period, end of 4th centuries, and then in later inscription. So we know that the city has a very spiritually charged name, because the original name was Vajra. You know how these terms is very important for a different religion, and it continued to be mentioned even in Tibetan texts of the 15th century CE. So you can understand that continue to be important for people for a very long time. So for me, from my point of view, Barikot is important, as I also try to explain to the student here, not because it was like the capital city of Swat, which was Mingora also in the past, but first of all because it's one of the few sites in Northwest South Asia that was investigated through with a scientific method. So we have a large amount of information of Barikot that at a certain point allowed us also to reevaluate also all the previous interpretation of other sites around Swat. So Barikot, so it's important for scholars, for the information that is providing for several periods, proto-history until medieval time. So there we can find all the phases until the Islamic period, from proto-history to Islamic period. And it was important in the past because it's located in a alluvial area. So from the top of the Barikot hill, we can see how wide was the valley, and of course, Swat in the past, one of the main assets of Swat was the agricultural resources, even in the past, because it was a double crop pocket zone. So when you can, you can have harvest twice per year. And Barikot is exactly at it's a strategic point location, as a strategic location, because control, the road. But on the other side, is also in the middle of this three very fertile valley, and this is is one of them. So it was fortified very early in the past, because to protect all the resources that the Barikot's inhabitants were holding. So this is one of the reasons why we have such a monumental building in Barikot. You have visited the Hindu temple up there, but it was a very rich and wealthy city, and we know this even if it's small. In the classical sources is always mentioned as polis, so city in Greek, and urbs opulenta, that in Latin means very wealthy city. So Alexander came here for a reason.